Hey, how's it going? Really interesting bugs there. Okay, a couple things. I did resolve my magic issue. I think I did get my magic sorted out where I can put it in the right spot. A couple things. I think my weight I need to adjust some of this stuff. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think I had all of this stuff tracking correctly. For example, the enemies were able to just spam and go. I I think essentially what's going on is I really probably should make direction costs 0. And when I choose a direction, well, I gotta think that through. Okay, so part of my magic fix was that I split everybody up. So I ended up setting max priority to 1,000 instead of 100. And then I am iterating just through my list to give 10 frames of separation at all times. Except for the enemy for some reason. They stayed at 0. So I gotta figure that one out. Something broke to keep the enemy at 0 priority at all times. I think that's the only issue. I think that's the real issue here. Which is interesting. And I guess the 0 is technically 0 frames left until they reach max priority. And sorry, there's probably a little bit of background noise. It's this. We're gonna fix that. Okay. All right, so let me work through that. Let me walk through the enemy state machine. Active enemy. I don't think anything actually reduces their priority. Okay, that's target priority, so it's a little different. Move enemy. I'm sure this gets sent over to priority to move it down. I feel like I was also dealing with some issues on the other side there too, on the non-enemy side. Attack. And direction, which doesn't really do anything right now. Do I have signals here? Yep. On direction. Select. I don't have signals from attack enemy or move enemy. Interesting. I wonder if I previously did. If I don't have any signals from attack enemy and move enemy, then yeah, they would have no way of knowing to reduce. Let's see. So that means there really should be a signal. Did I just never program? No, because this was working. Interesting. Let's look for an emit. That's not emit. Enemy weight. That's it? What in the world? Yeah, I guess let's flesh that out. Yeah, ultimately every time it should reduce their priority just as much as everybody else's. So that's wild. Unless they were just waiting. Well, I know they weren't just waiting. So ultimately I need signal. I don't actually ever need cancel move. I just need signal moved. I do feel like I might have enemy moved. Okay, we're gonna connect this up to priority. I'll keep it as a separate function here. On move, enemy moved. I should subtract the movement cost. Let's see if I can find that. Right here. Okay. And then I need attacked. Attack complete. Attack complete dot emit. Okay, I probably can link attack complete to my priority list. In which I'll do this same function. Okay, now then we go to, after attack enemy, where do we go? Okay, that's if I do wait. On attack complete, is that even linked? Nope, not going anywhere. Am I waiting? No. Strange. How am I changing? What? Okay, move enemy. Moving. Attack enemy. Okay, I do go into that state. Do I go into direction enemy? I do go into that state. How do I get to direction enemy? I guess an active enemy? Yeah, okay. I see. Okay, that makes sense. So that must mean I go back to active enemy. So to attack enemy, after it finishes, should go back to active enemy. But attack complete, that means, should be linked to this function. I wouldn't really even need that. Just do this. Oh, okay. I see. I link it up here. What about move? Do I link move? I do link move complete up there. Okay. But I still need to send it to the right place. So I do need a signal for move complete because I got to send that to the, I guess enemy moved. Oh, I don't have that anywhere. Okay. So on move complete, then I need transition. I need, I need enemy moved dot emit, and that'll get sent over to the priority queue. Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't have all this in there already. And then same with on attack complete. I would have attack complete dot emit. This right here. Which really, actually, if I was going to do that, I should just put it on the exit. Same with the movement. That'll be the cleanest. Go back to movement. When I exit that, right? When I exit that state, go ahead and ping it. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then direction enemy. I already have that one, so. All right, should be good. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. Let's see. Cool. I need to fix charge times. Okay. That's fine. All right, I need to fix that. Essentially what's going on there, I think, is that I'm not resetting my target rotation. But I can fix that. Okay. Okay, here my priority isn't getting down low enough. Because once it gets to 10, it'll automatically do this. So let's look at that and why that would be happening. Which maybe if I wasn't sending enemy attack complete, maybe I'm also not sending this. I am sending attack complete there. What about move? I am. Okay. And this is 390 and 600. That's 990. Add 10 is 1000. Oh, okay. Okay. I got that. Okay, this is a pretty simple fix. It'll only be applicable to everyone except Alara. So at the very top of the priority script, I go through all my characters, and I add max priority based on where they're at in the list to keep the move order consistent. So ultimately, all I really need to do is that wait time needs to be max priority minus priority cost. And that should do it. So I need to find my direction function right here. Minus equals direction cost plus ready player 0 dot max priority minus priority cost. And that should make the delta. Let's try that. That should allow me with all the other characters to attack and count it. That could have been why my enemies were never really running out of priority as well. Okay. That might have flipped. That's okay, I'll check that out in a second. Nope, so I did not. I probably need to print priority pretty regularly. Let's check that. I could say, actually in priority list, because it's already there, I can just say print ready player 0 dash priority. It's gonna be the only thing I'm really able to see, but that's okay. Print ready player 0 comma this comma ready player 0 dot priority. That should tell me where I'm at in priority. Thinking through it, I'm not resetting. Okay, I'm not resetting, like keeping them under 100. Okay, I need to set up an if statement. So I think I know what's happening actually. Not only is there max priority over 1,000, there's also the case where I allow their priority to get over their max priority. Because I need to order everybody. So what I can probably do is when I have an active player, after I select an active player, well, I don't want it to keep, Actually, it might be okay. When I select an active player and I have one active, I can probably go ahead and set their priority to be their max priority. And I think that would be pretty easy to do. Okay. Oh no, the only issue is that I go into this state a lot. Oh, I could just do it when, nope, I can't do it when entered. Because I truly go into the state quite a bit. But I guess I could do it when I add. It's when I select, so it's after I sort. It's when I select who my next character is. So it's gonna append there. Excuse me. Okay, that prints my ready player. Okay. I can probably just delete this. Okay, this set's ready. So then here, I think that's if it is cast magic, let's leave that alone. But here, let's go ready. Ready player 0 dot priority equals ready player 0 dot max priority. And I'll do that after I display the list. I don't want to shuffle. That probably works. And it probably is okay whether it's a spell or not. Oh man, I didn't set that up. Let's do that. I can say if ready player 0 dot size is greater than 0. Actually, just ready player dot size is greater than 0. Print this out. I do think I'm probably a lot closer though to this working. Probably getting sleepy. All right, so at 1,000 now. 400. $10, and that makes me do this. Okay, and then 1050. 660. 60. Okay, I also need to check. Okay, because I hit wait there. Okay. All right. I think I see what's going on then now. I need the check where I determine if it's time to do this, which I think is less than direction cost. Okay. Directions cost plus ready player 0 dot max priority minus priority cost. Okay. Let's see if that works. That should account for the variation here. Okay. That worked. Now 1050. 600. That worked. 1100. 710. 110, and it worked. So let's make sure I'm not going to break the AI this time. So far, so good. Oh, interesting. Look at the priority list. Garrick popped above Arya. I guess they're next, but I don't know why that is. Maybe because Garrick didn't move or didn't attack, so maybe that's accurate. Okay, Garrick should go and then Alara. Yep. Garrick's going again. Okay, but Garrick's... That time maybe he just waited. Okay, and then Garrick's gonna go. Nope. Okay, Dan, then Garrick. I may be messing up. There should be Kale, and then it should be Alara, and then Arya. Yep. Make Kale. Is Garrett gonna go again? No. So there's obviously something a little tiny bit messed up. I'm gonna watch their priorities here. Make sure they're going down correctly. I kind of feel like they're not. 1200. All right, let's go review. Yeah, I guess that did work. Okay. So I'll mess with that a little bit later. That looks pretty good. All right, 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Very good. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Next step here is going to be to start adding some damage here. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see here. Ultimately, when I cast a spell, I clearly know that I'm casting a spell, which tiles it's targeting, how much that does, all of the above. Excuse me. And I'm already tagging that to magic attack in my character, so that's the actual like conducting the magic that triggers the animation. And then this right here connects the on hit magic hit signal with this. Essentially all the nodes that are in my group, if they can be hit by magic, it goes ahead and connects this signal to it, to this attacked target. So there's a signal in here then that is attacked target right here. And what is that supposed to send over? Right now, nothing. I probably at least need to send over the spell, which would be current magic. So emit current magic, which this should be the cast spell. I guess I can confirm that because then it should have these values over here. Let me take a quick snippet of that. Okay. So now that I've got that, I should pass the current magic over. That's really all I should have to do. It should be pretty simple from there. Okay. There is a small caveat. Actually, this should be pretty straightforward. So I'm going to send that signal out. Basically, all I need to do is I say, hey, if I get this on magic hit, right? I would say if character dot position, I need to floor that. If floor character dot position in target cells, so essentially if this character is in the target of that magic that gets cast, it's gonna be current magic. I have no idea how target cells is a thing here, but okay. Current magic dot target cells. Oh, it's because there's some indentation issues here. Okay, so if that's the case, then I'm gonna print hit for now. I'll say hit, and then I'll say comma current magic dot. Is there a damage? Okay, I need to add damage to that. So let's go in here. Variable damage. Make it a float. And then what I need to do is go back into when I define the node. It should be down here. And I can say magic node dot damage equals it's gonna be magic dot damage, except I need to multiply that by my character. Actually, you know what we should do is we should say calculate spell. I don't want to. Yeah, calculate spell damage, and we'll pass magic and active player. And then we'll have a new function up here called calculate spell damage. I want to try to separate it. The reason I want to separate it is because I want to be able to edit it quickly and find it, right? And if it's like in this big chunk of code, I'm going to have a hard time finding it later if I want to update it, which I'm sure I will at some point. Because I'm sure I won't get the balance right at the first try. Let's give that a shot. So then I'll have function calculate spell, or I'm going to say magic because that's what I use. Calculate magic damage. Then we'll say, yeah, magic, cast magic, comma, current player. Trying to use some different variable names here. And so when I do that, what I need to do is say return cast magic dot damage times current player dot magic affinity, I think it is. Let's check this out real quick. So magic definition, I have dot damage, yep. And then so I can see that here, I guess. Damage. I also need to, real quick, I guess, while I'm here, I need to extend these charge times to something reasonable. Okay. And then I'm going to multiply it by magic affinity. Wait, no, don't multiply it by that. That's a 20. I probably can multiply it by 1 plus that divided by 100 times 1 plus, or 100 plus that? Yeah, 100 plus that divided by 100. So the goal is to get to like 1.2, which is what this would return. And so it essentially end up effectively multiplying it by 1.2. Okay. I think that's pretty good. This is calculate magic damage, not spell. Okay, that's pretty good. And then let's go back to my damage node. Okay. And then I can say, this is actually pretty easy. What I would do is I would say character dot health equals character dot health minus current magic dot damage. I think that's it. Let me confirm. I also need to move the attack function over into that node. That'll help a lot. Let's see. Current health equals current health minus damage. Okay. And then back onto the damage node. Current health equals, current health equals character dot current health minus current magic dot damage. I think that works pretty well. Let's go ahead and copy this damage node into all these other nodes so that they can take damage. And then I will, after I get this damage working on this magic, I'll go ahead and oh, you know what? I have the hit. I'll have to build labels. That should be pretty easy though. Then I'll go ahead and move the physical on hit over to here too, because it'll be really helpful. Okay. So go ahead and cast fire there. See what happens. Okay, I didn't see. Oh, I have this filtered here. Hit. Okay, so I have some errors. Let's see what these errors are. Let's see. So confirm attack target because it's expecting. Oh, interesting. Okay. Error calling signal attack target to callable to the button. Oh, it's because I added a method. So I can fix that. Same with the magic button. Okay, so let's go to my buttons real quick and fix that. I don't think I actually caused damage, so I need to look at that. But yeah. on attacked target. I see. Okay, easy enough. So I would just say this is magic. Just call it magic. Simple enough. You know what? Here is the problem. Let's do on magic attack target, because the big issue is that one of these are going to have an input and one's not, and I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to have a separate function. It's going to do the exact same thing. Then we do the same thing for magic here. Okay. This will be on magic attack target. I'll probably move that other one next to it because it is nice having it all in the same place. And then on magic attack target. Okay. And then go back to my attack. And I'm just going to move this up. Okay, that should at least solve that problem, which is essentially where my... Oh, so it's funny. That's where my buttons get disabled. But the thing is, I don't have any buttons showing in that animation, right? Because I'm casting a spell. So the button's already pressed. Oh well. Okay, so let's see where we're at. I'm still getting errors. What are these errors? Same. Oh, I didn't put any arguments in there. Okay. Easy enough to add that back. Let's try a third time. We're close. Okay. All right. Okay, no errors that time, but I also don't think I hit. Okay, so let me do a couple things. First off, go ahead and get rid of some of these print statements. I feel pretty good about most of this now. We're going to get rid of it. Okay. Okay. All right. That's the big one. Actually, let's just pass. Don't need that at all. Okay. So that's good, but now I'm not hitting. Let me make sure everything's all linked up correctly here. So, on ready, if entities, so I'm looking through my priority list. If entities has node magic, I'm going to attach on magic hit to it to attacked target within magic. Okay. Let's go ahead and print. And I'll print a check, and I'll say check character. What I'm guessing is character.position is not correct. So let's check character position. Let's check character.position with a floor. So then what we'll do is we'll say like this, floor, and then we're gonna check character current magic.target cells. We're just gonna check all those things. And that should allow me to pinpoint where the issue is. I'm guessing floor correct character.position isn't returning the name of the cell. So that's a possibility. Oh, you know what? Character position is a vector 3. And the cells are a vector 3i. Fairly confident that's the issue. Let's check. Okay, so here's what we got. Gonna check it 5 times. Gonna check it for each character, and so it's checking and says check character position 21 negative 1 essentially. Okay, floor did do 21 negative 1 1. Okay. I do need to divide everything by 2. Interesting here. Do I? No. Wait, yes. I need to divide everything by my world node, so. Kind of annoying. I do have to export the world. Ooh, I don't think I want to do that because I want to be able to spawn in these like damage nodes without having to go click a bunch of stuff. I want to do this easily. So I may replace that whole thing with just world, and I think that's okay. So essentially what I do here is character position divided by world dot grid map size. Okay. So what would that return? I also want to turn my grids on so I know where my grids are, because I'm kind of thinking here something's not lining up. Right. So let's go ahead and turn the grid maps on. That'll let me see what to expect. All right. Let's see. I think that... Let me examine this for a second, because I thought there was something else. Oh yeah, I am comparing a vector 3 with a vector 3i, so I actually need here... let's take this, and I'll say variable character square, or character grid equals vector. I actually don't even have to use floor. I just do vector 3i. Vector 3i. Character position dot. Excuse me. Dot x, comma, character position dot y, comma, character position dot z, and then divided by the world dot grid map size. I think I do need to put this in every place in here. And I think that helps. What isn't it like? Oh, okay. Then here I could say if character grid. And then let's in here. I'm gonna add this to it instead of this floor, which I don't think helps. I'm gonna print character grid. Okay, let's try that out. Whoa, 302 bugs. I'm gonna lose those. I wonder what those bugs are. Okay. So yeah, I'm attacking 10, -1, -1. Oh, it broke. Okay, so grid map size. That's interesting. Grid map size on... Okay, so... Oh, do I need capital world? Case sensitivity. It's the worst. Okay. Give that a shot. Okay. I guess I need to cast it on someone. Okay, so now we can look at this. So, the actual character position is going to be these ones. So I need to go to 10, -1, 0. And 10, -1, -1. They can't both be on the same square. That's interesting. I guess I have to floor it first. Let me think real quick. All right, they're both on the halfway point, right? So one is actually, yeah, if I'm dividing it by 2, that's what happens here. I guess, would I subtract 1 every time from that? No. I would not subtract 1 every time. Do I need to subtract 1 then divide it by 2? Potentially. Yeah, I should subtract 1 and then... I should subtract 1 and then divide it by 2. Was that for all of them? No. Yes. Essentially, I'm putting it in the middle of the square, except for Y direction, because Y direction, I'm already on the base, I think. No, I should also subtract 1 from that and divide it by 2. I'm sure there's a cleaner way to do this. Okay. All right. Having a little bit of a headache for some reason. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see how close we got. Calculated. Okay, so okay. Calculated was 10, 0, 0. 10, -1, 0. 10, 0, -1. I did subtract 1, divided by 2. But this calculation here returns 0 because I'm not quite all the way down here. Let me think about that for a second. It's like these guys, for example, they're actually at the 0 mark. So as I subtract 1 divided by 2, it's correct. This is where they're at. And this is where they're at. That's accurate. However, these guys are actually at the -1 square. I mean, I could subtract like -1.1. But I don't like that. What I probably want to do is floor. Floor of that, -1. Because that should take me down to -1. Subtract 1 from that. And that'll always bring me to... So basically it just puts my guy down on the ground, which is probably the right thing. Okay. Hit. I only got 1 hit though. They should have had 2 hits. Interesting. I did hit for 14.4 damage, so that's fun. Who did I hit? Oh, I didn't. Well, wait. Okay, I dealt only damage to myself. Did I not add the node to Kale? Let's check. It's possible I didn't. I did. Interesting. Okay, let's see how it applies. This is Aria. 10, -1, 0 is clearly in there. 10, -1, -1 is also in there. But for some reason, it didn't trigger. And let's see. For entities in priority list, if entities have a magic node, connect this on magic hit to that magic node every time. Okay? That makes sense. There's no exclusion for anything. No exclusions. Let's go ahead and say I can actually just put in here hit. We'll say hit character dot name for that. That'll at least confirm for me that I'm hitting the right person. Okay. See what we got. I hit Aria for -14.4, but I didn't hit Kale. Hey, DJ. Deepex. Moin. How's it going? Let me know how I did on that moin. All right. Did I say that right? That's a German greeting, right? Unless I missed something. I may have misunderstood the assignment. One moin's enough. I did read. Okay, so I did read. I was like, hey, if you do multiple moins, that's kind of, it's not great. And then I panicked. And so I panicked and said multiple moins anyway. I was so close. But yeah, welcome. Glad to see you. Currently working on getting some magic set up here. Moin's more Hollywood style. Hey, you know, I got you. That makes sense. I hear you. Well, guten Morgen. That's universal, right? Let's see. Having trouble here deciphering why. Wir haben schon weiter morgen. Da. I don't know why I agree to. I'll be honest. I can see morning. And I think you're saying, like, are you having some kind of morning? But it's 11 p.m. here. So I'm not sure how to answer that. I gotta be careful, I think, reading stuff you post in German. You might get some snips. I am in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the United States. So, so yeah, quite the opposite side of the world. Was it like 7 a.m. there? Is that right? Huh. Oh, 6 in the morning. Okay, I was pretty close. So yeah, I'm printing these statements, right? And I'm seeing that this is the value for, this is character grid, which is this calculated value based on character position. And then this is my array I'm checking it against. And I can clearly see that this value is in this value, right? And it's working here using the exact same code. It's just in a different node. And this worked. And for some reason, it didn't trigger this one. So that's what and it's like 2 lines of code, right? Or I guess that's the print statement. It's like 2 lines of code. So doing some deep analysis here to see what's happening. I am comparing vector 3i's, right? So it's rounded. They're all integers. So there's no kind of weird rounding mistake going on here. But I'm being 11 p.m. My mind is a little bit fuzzy. So it's possible I'm missing something clearly. And I'm sure I am. But I am struggling to figure out what that thing is. This should be super simple. It is possible that this isn't getting executed. No. It's definitely getting executed, right? Because of this, right? So we know it's getting executed. It's just failing this check. So why is this check failing? And I'm even seeing the same targets and everything. So clearly it should be working. Oh, nice. That's way awesome. Yeah. Sweet, man. Yeah, that's cool. So you have your server working and up. That's great. Well, hopefully it runs well and, best of has good performance. I'm sure that was not easy. So congrats. That's awesome. Now, if you can solve this problem, I'd appreciate it. It's possible that, clearly, character grid, which is this value, is in this array. Maybe the better way to do this, to avoid any issues, is to say array.has. Maybe the in terminology isn't as accurate. Maybe I should use something like this. Let's try that. I can't think of why that wouldn't work though. Nice, that's awesome. I'm trying to remember. I think it's mostly for like local games, right? Like I don't think it's like an MMO, right? It's like a game. Are you making the game? I can't remember. Sorry. It's 11 p.m. But I thought you were setting up a server for somebody, if I remember right. Oh, that still didn't hit. So it worked for one other person. Okay, yeah. So you're doing an MMO. Okay, nice. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, very nice. Well, best of luck. I'm sure that's quite the project. So congrats. Glad you're making progress there. I'll have to see your MMO. Do you have like a Steam page or anything? I can check it out. I don't know how far along you are. You might just be at the point where you set the server up. But I'd be interested in seeing where you're at, following along. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna follow you in case you ever start streaming any development or anything, so I can pop in. Let's see. There's got to be an easy, I'm sure there's a super simple mistake here that I'm just not catching. Clearly, 10, -1, -1 is in this array. And clearly I'm missing something simple. Yeah. Yeah, you can paste, I think you can paste the link. There is a Twitch bot thing that if you haven't been following the channel for X number of something, it doesn't let you. So, but if that doesn't work, there's my Discord. You could always put it in there as well. But yeah, I'd be interested in seeing what you got. Let's see. Oh, sorry, that's my Discord. I was gonna pull it up. Let me hide that window. We were the other day. Someone was developing some Python, and we were working it live on stream. We made some good progress. Or I'm sorry, they were working. Well, it was Python, but they were working a snake game in Python. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Well, super exciting. Yeah. Well, congrats on your successful test. Yeah, best of luck. That's awesome. Very cool. I'm gonna follow you along though. I'll keep me updated on how that goes. I'm really interested in seeing how it progresses. Meanwhile, I'm over here and I can't even figure out how to check if a value's in an array for some reason. Aspire is still in preview. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's like the beta. So you're getting real ahead, huh? Very nice. That's awesome. Working out the next generation, huh? Well, definitely congratulations. That's awesome. Glad you're able to get that working. So maybe I'm going to try forcing a value. So if I just say if target grid has a vector 3i of 10, -1, -1, -1, right? I'm just going to force a value here and it should pop up on everybody's. That should let me see this. No, array should be super simple and it's working for one of my nodes, right? All I'm doing is checking if a value's in the node, and it's working for one of them. I'm essentially trying to cast a spell, right, with an area of effect, and it should be super simple, and it is super simple, I think. So yeah, look at that. So that didn't work. Then the question is, why didn't that work? Because clearly, 10, -1, -1 is in that array. Let's go back to this, right? Okay. So yeah, so right now I'm checking and I am calculating a character grid, which is essentially the grid location of the character, and it's a vector 3i, right? So it's already truncated. There's no weird decimal, anything, no rounding errors. So I'm gonna cast that, right? And okay, it's next. Sorry. So I'm gonna cast that, and you can see here. You can see here that what I check is this is the value. This is the character grid value, this value right here. Okay? And I check it. I say, hey, if this array, which is this, has, you can see they match, has this value, then print hit for a certain amount and subtract health, right? It's working here. Clearly, for this character, it's getting to this point, right? So this runs on each of my nodes. So or each of my characters. It runs for each of my characters within the damage node when a spell is cast. This is where it links up. Clearly, it's getting here, right? Because it prints one of these. I have 5 characters spawned in. It clearly runs for all 5 of them, but fails this check for some reason here, when definitely this value right here is within this array. It is the last value, but that shouldn't matter. So yeah, kind of interesting, unless there's something weird about how GD script reads arrays. Let me just pull up the array and look up has real quick. And I tried doing like an in also instead. Yeah, so it just returns true if the array contains a given value. So I couldn't imagine that did anything else. Dude, GD race also, yeah, they do start on 0 and not 1. That is true. But I'm just checking. This should just return true if this array has this value. And clearly it works, right? Because it's returning here, where this value here is in the array, right? In the first location. I'm curious. I'll cast it on a different square and see what happens. I don't think it shouldn't have to. They should be running independently, but I'll cast it like on a different square here, like here. It's possible that for some reason, like on the, let's see. So yeah, that did hit. Okay, it clearly works for the node, right? Because this is what should be triggering. So it clearly worked. But for some reason, where the target cell is, did not work. You know what? Wait. This is super obscure, but I think I've got it. I think I have it. Okay. So maybe it's in magic, or no, it's going to be in my confirm magic. Is it here? No, it is not here. Target. Maybe it is. Let me check here. I do have an idea. Let's see. Maybe it's in target select. Okay, it's in target select. Here's the problem. I think. Maybe not. What I'm thinking is the problem is that I may be appending my actual selected square to that array. And when I do that, I might be appending it as a vector 3. Yeah, I can zoom in on the font. Is that better? Okay, so magic cells. Oh man, it did not like me zooming in. Okay, so yeah, so here I set magic cells, right? Identify magic cells. Let's see. That's not the right spot. Actually, you know what? It's going to be over here in my priority list. Oops. So let me scroll down here. You got to scroll real far now because it's real big font. Okay. So right here. Target cells. Okay, so target cell here. And I got to follow that back. Confirm magic, confirm when I pass target cell. Here's what I think. I think this is a vector 3 when I'm appending it, and it needs to be a vector 3i to match the rest of the array. Which is real obscure. Okay, target cell. World.selected grid. Yeah. Which I think is a vector 3. So what I should do is, let's check real quick to make sure. Let me go to world and look at selected grid and make sure it's a vector 3 and not a vector 3i. Let's check. Or maybe I'm not defining it. Okay, selected grid. Okay. Let's find it here. It is vector 3. So that is absolutely the problem. I need here to say vector 3i. This is one thing about Godot, right? It's got these vector 3s, vector 3i's. And it's been the bane of my existence. The fact that you have to use both systems is so hard. I wish it was smart enough just to convert them, because all it has to really do is truncate it, right? Like if you had a float and you truncated it to no decimal place, that's all the 3i is, right? It should be able to compare them and use them interchangeably. So let's see now. I don't know why I got those errors. I guess just from zooming in. Yeah, vector 3i is just a three-dimensional vector. It's just a vector with 3 points that is truncated to no decimal place. So now if I do this, hey Potato Games, how's it going? This is the you came just at a great time. We are currently testing the damage system. It is a good day for science, and it's a good day for magic. Here we go. And look at that. It did it. So now they both got hit. So yeah, that was the whole problem, DJ. Essentially, that is the dumbest issue. We got it though. Yep. Cheers. Fantastic. That was challenging. Okay, so now I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because that's a pretty big font. It does not, man, Godot does not like when you zoom text. Let me save before everything breaks. All right, let's see. Yeah, yeehaw. Oklahoma is north. I did live in Texas for about 3 years. And so you can yeehaw. We can go yeehaw. Nah, fantastic. We're right north of Texas, right? So I mean, I'm a couple hour drive from Texas. Okay, that's really good. So now what I can do is I can go take the animation side of this, which is basically just go build a damage label. This function here. I need to start moving these functions. Sorry, I am very subconsciously zooming out. I'm not even thinking about it. But I'll try to stay zoomed in. Is that text size okay? Okay, so I'm gonna take this. And this is a terrible way to do this. I have since learned about tweens and a better way to do this. But you know, that's okay. We'll make it better later. Just trying to kind of get a prototype here anyway. Okay, so basically I have this function. That's so bad. I gotta Google that one before I say it. Remain silent about it. Yeah. Don't make fun of my coding too much. It's pretty bad. But like I said, I've learned. I'll do better next time. I have done better since, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's see. And so ultimately then I need this. Let's see. Pretty much need this. I do actually need this whole function because I'm going to move this function into here. So I do need this function actually. It's not going to like it. Yeah. I always get a little nervous when you're in the chat because I know that my code is not great. Okay, so I do need a damage label, which is just going to be the actual label on there, and then this is going to be character dot current health. Okay. Oh, really? I need like character dot miss. And actually, I could just do character dot hit. I don't really even need this. Very good. Well, glad he could do it, right? Yeah, there's a lot of that, right? It's like, yeah, I'm still learning. I'm trying to figure this out. And some people are experts. I will say I'm not the same way with code. At least not code architecture. You know, I can hack something together so that it works. But yeah, this leaves a lot to be desired. All right. So I'm going to create a label here. Let's see. I basically need this same thing right here, but in my on magic hit. So oops. I've also learned about I'm no longer doing these little kind of frame waits like this. I've learned how to wait till the next frame. Man, that was really early code when I first did the whatever I did. It's getting late. That was really early code when I first did the kind of hit thing. So yeah. Man, well, I'm glad you got it working. Yeah, it sounded like it looked complicated. Yeah, there's all those little bugs, right? And they kind of pop up, I feel like, at just the weirdest times. But no, it always feels good though, right? Everything's kind of like a little problem to solve, and then once you solve the problem, it absolutely feels great. So, okay, so I can replace that, and I think this looks pretty good. So with that, yeah, absolutely. Every program, like they all have these little quirks, and the little quirks are meant to trip you up. But yeah, it is like they're like little problems, right? That's what I really like about programming, I think, is you get all these little problems, you solve them, you make progress. See what we got. Look at that, 14.4. I do need to round. So, but that wasn't too terrible. It wasn't good, but it wasn't too bad. So I need to floor the damage, which is fine. So I can get rid of this now because I have, well, I guess I can keep it for now until I finish debugging. So let's floor the damage. Let's also floor this. Trying to remember what that issue was. My movement's all pretty good. So I'm trying to think about moving on the wall. But man, it's been a long time since I was working on movement. But yeah, essentially, let's see where I'm at there. Let me turn off this grid now because I don't need it. And it's really in your face. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, I do. I remember it. Okay, so yeah. So essentially when you were walking through the wall, right, you would get to a point where like it would, like if I stopped here, right? When I went back over to like do the next stage on the wall, it would like stop here. So yes, I did resolve that, and it had to do with the way it was processing when it would look forward, like my Dijkstra algorithm, my essential A-star algorithm that calculates my movement here, the first pass it was going through would calculate that there is a cell above me because of my highlight cells here. So it wouldn't let me jump. And so essentially it would say, hey, no, I can't jump over there. You're gonna have to go around it. So I essentially just had to pass the full grid and ignore all of the little highlight cells. And it's gotten a lot better. So did resolve that issue. I don't really have like a lot of open bugs. Let me check my Trello. The open bugs I have right now are pretty minor though. Nothing that's like game breaking. I've got, let's see, I'll share it actually. Most of it is like, let's see real quick. Let me just share my window here. Oh, it won't let me. Yeah, well, never mind. Okay. So yeah, this is my Trello board. So yeah, over here, like I've got a lot of research stuff. I'd actually figured that out and completed that. I just never took it off here. Stuff I'm still working on. I still need to resolve this. I know I know why this one happens. Essentially this, on my animations, before I run a new animation, I want to restart the animation player. So that one's pretty simple. So yeah, my bugs are all pretty manageable right now. I don't really have anything that I'm worried about. Most of them, I think I'll resolve pretty quickly. I will say, like, am I super diligent about capturing bugs? Not every time, because if I know about it, I don't, right? I'm not like developing a rocket, so I don't worry too much about capturing every bug, but I try to. And so no, it feels pretty good. Let me go back to this now, and I think I do need to set it so I can cast on myself. I can't right now, but that's not a huge deal. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. Well, it didn't look good. Oh yeah, I think I have the bug. I'll show you here what it looks like. I already know how to solve it. I just haven't done so yet. Essentially, whenever the enemy's moving, and they attack, right? So if they attack or get attacked and then attack, they'll slide. I'll show you real quick. And the fix for it, I think, is really simple, and it's just to refresh the animation player before they start moving. And then this is an interesting bug that I'm still working. So this is actually the other bug that was on the list, which is essentially like they arrive on the same square, and it's funny because they're using the same algorithm I am, and like to actually move and stuff, and I cannot land on the same square as my other people, right? They're blocked out. So it is like an AI, right? But this is what they're seeing. This is what the AI should be seeing. So somewhere in there, they're able to get back on there. I think that one probably will be, I'll probably be able to figure it out. I just haven't yet. So yeah, so like this one, for example, let me see. Is this Garrick? That's Dan. So let me attack Garrick. So watch. So Garrick's gonna get hit, and then instead of like running, he's gonna slide around. Oh, I didn't go fast. Yeah, so you see that, how he's kind of like sliding around for a second? I'll show you again. Let's see. I'll go faster this time. There you go. So no animations or anything, and it's because essentially he's in the middle of animation. That's actually a pretty easy bug. I just need to go reset the animation player every time I trigger an animation. So that one's actually I'm not too worried about. I am worried about my magic labels. They did not look good. And then they saved over each other. I don't know if you caught that. But let's see what's going on. So I'm creating a new label. Let's see. So this is a new 3D label. Does it get a name? Nope. Yeah, I thought about delay. The only thing with the delay is I really want this game to feel really sporty when you're playing it, right? Like, I don't want you to be sitting around waiting on animations. So I think that if an animation gets triggered, I just want to end that animation. That's where resetting the animation player gets me that. But I'll probably play around. A delay could work as well, and just say like, hey, wait until the animation completes. And if I just wait until the animation complete, that's fine too. It won't take that long. But I've got to feel it out and see, like, would you feel like you're waiting on animations? This kind of game, rounds can last a really long time. There's a lot going on. So like the faster and more kind of sporty you can be, I think the better here. But yeah, it's a choice. Got to figure out what's best there. I definitely like the concept of this needs to go really fast though. I don't see a reason why I would be clearing the label or only be able to generate one. So let me check that out. Yeah, and the animations do. The only time is like if you get hit. And when you get hit, there's this little animation from the player, right, where they kind of bend over. If they start running and that animation skips, probably not a big deal. And it'll probably depend on, you know, how, like, after I actually implement what animations I'm going to have, these are kind of placeholder animations for now that just look decent. After I kind of implement it, though, it's very possible that I end up not having this problem, right, because it might go fast enough. I think the key is that I just need animations that go fast. Okay, so that's interesting. I think I need to... A couple things I need to do. One, I don't think I'm spawning the label in the right spot. So let's look at that. So if I don't have a damage label, wait, go ahead and trigger my health, and then spawn a label here. Okay, so vector 3. Okay, so that's relative to my player position. Position, label position. Interestingly, okay, so it's spawning as a child of my damage node. Okay, so that's probably the problem here. So I should actually do character.addChild, and that should solve my problem here, because I'm gonna add it as a child of my character, not as a child of that node. But yeah, they can do asynchronous. It's just the animations are running on top of each other. The game engines can only process one animation in the animation player at once. So like if I go down here, right, every character has an animation player. This animation player can only process one animation at a time. So if all I really have to do is anytime I trigger an animation, if I reset this animation player, then it'll go to the next one. Or it sends a signal when it finishes an animation. So the other option is just wait until that signal comes in, which should be pretty easy. So I think I've got multiple ways to solve that bug. I think it'd be pretty quick. I've just been focused a little bit on getting this magic capability in here, which pretty close on that. Okay, so that looks good. So yeah, that casted on both. I got damage on both. That was good. The animation, I don't like how that occurs. Basically, I think I just need to zoom out a little more, which I think is pretty easy. So then essentially, let's go to the camera and adjust that. And of course, I'll actually have animation with fire, but ultimately, magic damage working, which is great. Okay, so let me find, that's attacking. So here's casting magic. So essentially rotate, that's fine, but let's zoom out. So set this position here. So when it gets to the target, instead of +2 here, I'm gonna do like +10. And that should zoom out a bit. Let's see what happens. All right, and I'm just gonna, again, I'm gonna create new animations like with actual fire and stuff. Obviously, just trying to get kind of the camera looking decent. Okay, well that didn't work at all. So why did my spring arm not get set 10 above? Like if I go to 100, maybe I'm misunderstanding this. I probably could set the spring arm length is what I actually need to do here. Instead of doing it like this, because I want to just zoom out and it's just going to raise it up. So then I could just go spring arm 3D dot length. Is that what it is? Let's check. It is spring length. Dot spring length equals, and we can make it like 30. But then I need to make sure that up here I capture, oh, I already have length. I'm already doing that. Look at that. Fantastic. Look at me planning ahead. I knew I was gonna have to set the, oh, I already do set the length right here. But I want to set it again right here, so let's do that. Spring arm dot set length. I don't need it to be 30. I need it to be like 10. All right. Let's check that out. All right. Not too shabby. I can at least see. That's really all I was trying to do. I do want to wait a little bit longer. So let me see what's triggering the next portion of that. I mean, I could just wait a second, I guess, here. Which wouldn't be too bad. I'll just wait like 3 seconds just so we can watch the damage ticker. I have a lot of visuals to make look better. I have gotten, so I have worked, you probably have noticed a little bit, I have worked on some of the shaders. Worked on the grass. I think the grass is getting there. I've worked on the sky shader a little bit. Mostly, that was actually a lot of, if you go to credits, I have a command for it. Sky actually came from a tutorial like this, and honestly, it wasn't too bad to set up. So I feel pretty good about that. Go away with shaders, man. They look pretty good though. Like I don't think I'd be able to implement this without a shader. So and like the grass waving in the wind. I think sending that to the GPU absolutely makes sense. Let's check here. Thanks. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Like, look at that sunset. Hey, here, I got this too. I'll show you this really quick. So the way this thing works, it has real physics in terms of like orbital mechanics. Not like real orbital mechanics, but it has, I think it's 59, but it has like the sun and the moon programmed. Maybe it's 53. Check it. Look at that, an eclipse. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be fun Easter egg, right? Someone will be playing and seeing an eclipse, which is kind of fun. No. Doesn't really impact my GPU much. Like my, let me pull up MSI. Oop. Let me try pulling up MSI Afterburner. I was gonna just pull it up, but apparently my computer doesn't like it. And so I'll share this if I can. I have I don't have like a great GPU. But yeah. So like my stats aren't too bad. It's not running super hot. I have a RX 580. So it's not like I'm running like the top of the line graphics card, right? And it's not too bad at all. Like 52 degrees, it's doing fine. Running this at 60 FPS. So, yeah. The streaming actually probably is taking more than the game. Cause yeah, I'm panning that off my GPU as well. So right now my GPU is streaming, running this, and everything looks great and is super smooth. So I do have it the FPS capped, right, at 60. So it probably could do more. But yeah, so not too bad. Ultimately, I think that looks pretty good. I do feel pretty good about this. It's getting pretty late here, being 11:45. But we accomplished our goal. I think my big goal was getting the magic damage set up. And so now that I've got that, I think the next step here is, to from here go and implement animations on this. So right now the animations are kind of lacking. So ultimately, when you cast fire should come up, right? So I think I can do that pretty quickly. As I've said that before. But yeah, that'll be fun. I'll probably use some particle generators. I'll use some. I gotta figure out. I gotta get a game plan together. But that should be pretty fun. I have been doing a lot of my visuals offline. But yeah, I'll probably do these ones on stream though, because that'll be fun. But to grab best performance in Unreal Engine's the VSync. Oh, really? Okay. Huh. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't messed too much with the graphic settings on Godot just because I really haven't had issues. There was a bug. Let me record that one because that one I don't want to forget about. Oh man, I can't find it now. Okay, before the moon came out, which I think there was a lunar eclipse. No, it's just a different phase of the moon. Ah man. Okay, let me note that bug. There we go. So you see my grass shader when it's not getting any light. Kind of freaks out. Let me note that in my Trello board here. We got another bug. Grass shader loses. Here, let's see. Do you want to see my Trello as we type it out? We'll say grass shader loses light when no lights are out. Sudden based on camera angle. Regardless, it shouldn't be based on camera angle, right? And then I'll add in here 0509 2024 11:46 p.m., which is 1:48:12 into the stream. And I'll go look at my recording. Honestly, the one thing the stream really helps with is when I want to go back and look at these bugs, I have them recorded, which is super nice. But gotcha. So you're using a Radeon graphics card then? And it does not like when your V-Sync's off, huh? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for tonight. I'm getting tired. I'm way past my useful brain cells, but we did get a lot done today. Thanks, DJ, especially for all the help. I think that was a good session. Next time, I've got to decide if I want to do graphics next or keep working mechanics. Things I need to do for sure. If we pull up the game, I guess here. I need to do graphics on my spell. So every spell needs a graphic. I do have to develop the mechanics for what that looks like, right? So like water should look different than fire. I do still need to develop the combining spells aspect, right? So like if I do this, oh, that's a bug. Interesting. Okay, if I do this and then I do like put it on the water, I can't because it's too much charge time. but they should be able to combine spells. So I need to implement that for sure. So yeah, maybe I might do that next. I think next stream, if I did combining magic, that could be a lot of fun. I'm not sure what this bug is, but when I cast a spell, it should automatically. Oh, I killed my guy. That's okay. When I cast a spell, essentially, it should automatically put me into direction mode. Ooh, lots of bugs now. So the fact that it's not doing that, it's a problem. So maybe I'll figure that out next stream as well. Let me note that on the Trello. But anyway, I'll find someone to raid. Again, thanks a ton for hanging out. Let me do this real quick and just say, when casting spell, doesn't push priority to direction mode. All right, should be easy. All right, let me find someone to raid real quick. Let's see what we got. I will raid my buddy Potato Games. Let's give him a hey guys. Let me do that real quick. They've got a new raid system, so. All right, well, thanks everybody. We'll catch you soon.